Happy Together, the very best of the Turtles. I know I heard the Turtles singing Happy Together and She'd Rather Be With Me back in the 60s, but it was just like all the other pop music on the radio. Not much different from the 1910 Fruit Gum Company or Pinkerton's Assorted Colours. I do remember being impressed by an interview with them when they recalled how they wrote Eleanor as a jokey way of coming up with another Happy Together. And I was always impressed with the line, "You're my pride and joy," etc. But it was not until the early 70s that I took them seriously. Mark Volman and Howard Kaylan, the main voices in the Turtles, sang on some of my favourite records of that time. Those being some of T-Rex's best numbers and some of Frank Zappa's most obscene comedy pieces. For legal reasons they could not use their real names, so they used the nicknames that Zappa had given them, Flo and Eddie. Zappa fans usually rank the Flo and Eddie albums quite low, but I was a schoolboy with a schoolboy sense of humour, and I loved the albums Fillmore East and Just Another Band from LA, though I had yet to see Worth in 200 Motels, and I had yet to hear Chunga's Revenge. On Fillmore East they conclude a long semi-improvised comedy piece about groupies, with a stunning version of Happy Together that made me see that song in a different light. The way the vocal lines and harmonies all weave in and out of each other, and by the way it starts so soft, yet by the time it gets to the chorus it has become an epic of oohs and ahs that become ba 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 ba, all introduced by a big drum roll. I noticed that big drum roll on a lot of the tracks on this compilation. I was surprised how good the songs I did not know were. Most of the CD has very catchy songs with simple guitar-based backing. Gorgeous melodies and sparkling sunshine pop harmonies comparable with the Mamas and Papas, The Association or the Beach Boys. There is even some Birds-type jangling guitars and a Dylan cover. A few of the songs were written by Kaylan and Volman, though most seem to have been written by the writers of Happy Together. The final tracks seem to veer off into opposing directions, with the first appearance of something conventionally middle of the road, with lush strings, but also something a bit like garage rock. Happy Together, the best of the Turtles.